You unlock this door by pressing play on your podcast player. Beyond it is Aspara, another world. A world of distractions, a world of horrors, a world of betrayal. You're moving into a land of neither good nor evil, of blurry lines and gray areas, of what happened last time on the Incorrigible party. Through the shortening of Bitey's already limited lifespan and the self-sacrifice of Blinky and Winky, the summoned Modrons from the wild magic in Surma's wand, Falzarin and Shaft make it to shore with the injured Triton, and Falzarin fills him in on the presence of Kralakina. Meanwhile, at the Knowledge Center, Shakara and Mia meet with Elder Geneva and learn of a deserted section of the island where Allamar could potentially perform his lichdom ritual. The Elder also suggests that Allamar's eagle-headed cane could serve as his phylactery. You've now crossed into the continuing adventure. So back to Shakara and Mia. Shakara, were you, after your little prayer session, were you looking for any books in particular yourself as well, or...?
I think first I would look for, we know phlogiston is like in outer space-ish, so I would look for planetary books on outer space, anything that might lead me to phlogiston. Yeah, and the first day the two of you were here, Mia was looking into something similar, like other worlds, other planets kind of thing, and she did fail to find anything, and you unfortunately also fail. But Mia looking into, and now kind of you guys are moved into the same section almost, right? Kind of looking on similar things. But Mia, you're specifically looking into kind of lunar cycles, and it relates, of course, to passages of time. You do find a small book about certain moon-related festivals and that kind of thing, and are able to find a short passage of the Omen moon, and it describes it as a 3-day cycle that occurs every few centuries. And it is said that during these 3 days, connection to the weave is felt more strongly with magic users.
Would I know what the weave is, or is that something that then I would have to look up?
You would have some knowledge on it. The weave kind of just refers to a very generalization of this well of like magic that all worlds and all beings tap into when they're utilizing those type of abilities. So it just kind of describes like this connection between a user and the power they draw on. It feels like it's a little easier to achieve, kind of thing.
Would Mia think of that as influencing her magic at all?
No, because yours would come basically directly from Thor, so no. And Shaft and Falzarin, you arrive at the Knowledge Center. And Shaft, you immediately recognize the librarian that you were chatting to when the last time you were here.
So we'll walk in, and do we see Shakara or Mia around?
Not kind of in the immediate entry. You do see all of these students seated at tables. There's kind of piles of books all over the place as people are leafing through many of them.
I'm gonna go walk in, and is there any kind of little thing you can pull across the stand on to get up a little taller, like to reach higher books and stuff?
Yeah, you could find a little like 3-step up down one of the aisles here.
I'll take that and sort of slide it over, drag it across the hardwood floor in front of the desk, and then walk up so my head is up equal with the desk, and put my arms on there and go, "Hey, read any good books lately?"
Only the ones in the back.
Great. You got any suggestions?
And Falzarin sees what's happening and just kind of finds something to lean against and chuckles a bit as he watches this exchange go down.
Well, actually, my favorites are not related to my studies.
Oh, really? Do you need a special card to read those books?
Oh, no. Just, I am the librarian. I have access to any book that I want.
Interesting. Well, before we get into some serious reading, have you seen that big dragonborn looking creature and the other one that was here not that long ago?
Yeah, they're here. They were, last time I pointed them in the direction of Geneva there, down in the backstacks.
All right, well, we got to go have a few words with them, and I'll check back with you later.
Sure, I can help you find anything you want.
And I'll hop off the... Well, I'm going to do an insight check first and see if she's picking up on what I'm throwing
Okay.
down.
50 Shades of Shaft.
He's got the manacles now.
So that's a 13.
You kind of get the sense that, like, she's talking about books. Like, she is talking about books.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll hop off and then wave over to Falzern, who's obviously leaning against the wall watching the show. Come on, Paul, let's go.
And the two of you could find Shikara and Mia. You did not see Geneva anywhere, though.
Yeah, so what are we looking at with Falzern and Shaft? Do they look like they've been through a lot, or?
They're probably still a little wet, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So walk over and go, well, that's done.
So, what did Geneva have to say? Were you able to meet her?
Were you able to meet to the Tritons?
Yeah, where are the Tritons?
Yeah, he did it.
Well, I stumbled across 2 deep scions trying to take hostage the Triton I was going to meet, and thankfully I was able to kill them and save the
You
Triton.
killed 2 deep scions?
Well, with the help of Shaft, and...
Wow.
I didn't do much. It was mostly him. You should have saw it. It was amazing.
Actually, Bitey came in handy.
Bitey?
I pull up his shirt, back of his shirt.
You used your tattoo.
Wow.
I sure did. Let me tell you, these tattoos are worth every piece of gold.
How did it work?
It just materialized into a massive shark that destroyed those deep scions. It was impressive. It's magnificent.
The tattoo is gone now. I'm going to pull up his shirt and look at his back again and turn around. It is gone.
It is.
One-time use. That's what Tenchi said.
Wait, so if they capture the Triton you were meeting, they followed you?
I wonder, yes. Unfortunately, Mia, if you think back, we probably could have been more careful on our way there. We didn't really make any attempts to cover up our tracks.
Wow.
And don't forget the sub.
The sub?
A sub?
Yes, they've got another ship similar to the Rising 3.
Another one.
Yes.
So what did the Triton say once you killed the Scions? Did you have time to talk to him?
Yeah, I did. Tritons aren't really ones for many words, but I told them about the Kraken.
And?
Well, when I mentioned the word Kralakina, he was amazed and probably as concerned as a Triton can be.
Right, that just means Kraken in a different language, right?
It's some evil and probably extremely powerful being that this Triton was under the belief is locked up and supervised day and night in a cell somewhere in another plane, in the elemental plane of water.
Isn't that where Thor put him?
The Triton fears that if they were summoning this Kralakina, that Kralakina has escaped this prison. It sounds bad.
I got an idea. Just call up Thor and tell him to put him back.
Yes, can you?
I guess. Never tried, but... So if Kralakina is not another name for Kraken, it is a specific person or Kraken. Thor definitely should care about this.
It seems to be some powerful evil force that had to be contained and locked up and maybe now free and summoned to our plane of existence, which I don't know. The Tritons say that they're going to take care of it.
That is at least one bit of good news.
Yes.
That's really good news.
They are very powerful, the Tritons.
Geneva told us Allamar was pretty upset this morning, and I think it's because we...
Trashed his place, killed his dogs, and stole his elixir?
Yeah, that. Killed his little zombies, too.
Probably piss you off, yeah.
So we stole all his stuff on the shelf, and...
So they're gonna, the other elders, they're gonna take care of this situation?
No.
Not really. Geneva still is pretty convinced that we can't trust all the elders, and she's pretty sure that Keek is perhaps a deep scion. And then we definitely can't trust Izzy, so Geneva is going to get help from
Gundar.
and Sybil.
Okay, do we know where this ritual is going to take place?
Well, we can't be certain, but she was pretty sure that the perfect place would be behind the city walls, on the cliffs. The cliff's edge. You know where I'm talking about, Falzarin. You can take the path along the outer walls on the west side of Heraklion.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
No one ever goes out there.
Right.
Geneva and the other elders will meet us at the gate at dusk.
Okay.
Yeah. We're hoping.
So then what do we just wait till he does the ritual and kill him?
I think that we should,
Try to stop him beforehand.
observe and try to talk him down. I hope he doesn't have to resort to violence, but
This puts us in a really, really bad spot, because if we end up having to kill him, we're sort of taking out the leader of Heraklion. That might not bode well to some for us.
If we even can kill him. He is a powerful wizard already.
yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure we can take care of him. But if it did come down to killing him, I think because of the misunderstanding, we would be considered fugitives and we would need Grimby to be on call, waiting with the ship ready. Get the heck out of here.
It's not a bad idea to have Grimby ready to go.
I was really hoping that we might come back to you guys having thought up a lot better sounding plan than this.
What? Okay, your plan went great, Falzarin. You led him right to the Tritons.
I'm not criticizing. I was just hoping against hope that maybe there would be something that we hadn't thought of that would be a good solution to this.
Well, compared to usual, I at least thought of a plan.
We at least have 3 elders on our side, and hopefully the only bottle of elixir prepared.
Yes, that's true.
So do you know what that phylactery is?
We don't know for certain, but Geneva thinks he doesn't go anywhere without his eagle-headed cane.
Well, there you go. Let's take the cane.
I don't know. I suppose it's possible that could be used as a phylactery.
We don't even know where Allamar is.
Well, we can always go back and check at the keep, and Falzarin can be invisible. That worked before.
Yeah.
If he can just get in there and snatch the cane, at least that might give him something else to worry about. We've got half of what he needs now.
I have a feeling Allamar will be protecting himself with lots of magic. I don't know how easy it'll be to get to that cane.
Well, it's not going to be easy, but it's definitely not going to be easy if we wait till the ritual.
That is very true.
What else do we have to do?
Well, I hope that he's not able to produce another elixir in this short amount of time, and maybe we've already foiled his plan, but you're right. If we don't do something to prevent this ritual from taking place, and if it's successful, he's going to be much more difficult to deal with afterwards.
Our best bet is to try to make it so he can't do it, not to try to stop him while he is doing it.
Right.
Falzarin, you have worked closely with Isabella, and Shakara has filled me in a little bit on your bonds to her. Do you think she will be fighting with Allamar? Or would she be willing to give us information if we contacted her?
I don't suspect she's willing to help us out at all. I don't think we can rely on her. I think if anything, she's liable to get in our way and try and prevent us from stopping Allamar.
Okay, well, Geneva said she hadn't seen Allamar since breakfast. He took it into his own room there, the keep.
That's unusual.
Yeah, her familiar is watching him, but she was without range. I don't know if... And I look around. I don't know if Geneva's still here, but maybe she would have an idea of where he's located.
I haven't noticed her.
What time of day is it?
You're kind of, I think, probably nearing now mid-afternoonish.
What do you say, Falzarin? Do you want to sneaky up into the keep and see if we can find out where he is, where he's going, and try to get that cane?
We can try. I don't think it's going to be easy to get it off him. He's got it with him pretty well all the time.
How do you even plan to get into the keep, let alone his room?
Well, use his visibility thingy.
Invisibility's not perfect.
It worked well before.
Okay, well, I don't know if...
Has everyone been invisible but I?
Oh, you've never been invisible?
No.
It's awesome.
It's kind of fun, Shakara, but our armor is quite squeaky.
Yes, we can be quite loud.
And I can make it so it's really hard to detect us.
There is one other thing we haven't tried yet, which is an option. I'm not sure exactly how it would work or if it might be beneficial at all, but I also have the ability to disguise myself to look like someone else.
Oh, who do you think he trusts enough?
I think invisibility is probably the safest option, because disguising myself to look like someone else also means that I have to be good at acting like someone else, and I'm no actor.
Oh, but Falzarin, you could be Keek, or you could be another elder, you could be Isabella. He would trust you.
I know.
The only problem is we don't know where those people are. It would be very uncomfortable for a Keek to be talking to Allamar and another Keek comes in.
What if we sneak into the keep, try to feel out the situation, and then he disguises himself, so then there's...
It's...
Because how else would you get through his door if he doesn't open
Right.
it?
We are running out of daytime.
I did buy something really cool recently, and I pull the manacles out. I go, these things are awesome. Tennerman is a fantastic craftsman. All I have to do is, manacle somebody up. And then if things go awry, Falzarin and I can, and you're not going to believe this, teleport back to whoever is manacled up.
You are correct. I do not believe you.
Wait, you want to put me in manacles?
I didn't ask for volunteers yet. It doesn't necessarily have to be you two, but somebody. Maybe. It's an option.
Well, Shakara is the one who hasn't been invisible yet. I guess I could do it.
What was the point of this? Why are we manacling?
My suggestion is we take the manacles and we put them on somebody and you guys watch them or something. I have the ability to make us very quiet, as you well know. And he has the ability to make us invisible. Between the two of us, we can sneak right in and try to get that cane.
But if they get trapped, Shakara, he can teleport whoever's with him back to the manacles.
Yeah. So we can get the hell out of here. Maybe the best thing would be back on the boat. Because if we need to get out of here, that's where I want to be.
We still need to try and stop the ritual.
That's why we're getting the cane.
That may not be enough.
Right. That's my concern. I agree, Shakara. If it would be great to get the cane away from him, but if that's not an essential component of this ritual, then...
That's why you need to become someone he trusts, and you can ask him questions about it. Identify his phylactery.
But what if that person has already had that conversation and it seems incredibly suspicious to bring it up again?
That's way too risky for Falzarin to do.
Okay. Well, who has the better plan?
I think being sneaky with invisibility is probably our best plan. Although I don't really like it either, but like Shakara says, I'm not totally comfortable just assuming that this cane is going to prevent him from completing his ritual.
So what are you gonna do, kill him?
Well, I'm not sure we even have the power to do that.
I mean, actually, there's no reason Allamar suspects us of being the ones who went down into his library.
That's true. I think we're probably on his list of suspects, but...
I mean, he trusts these two. They talked to him before. They could go talk to him again. We can go in invisible, and while they're distracting him, we take the cane and see if we can get some information. We can accomplish all this. And if things go awry, then at least we're only dealing with him.
So no manacles?
I mean, if we could talk Grimby into maybe getting manacled, two of us can get out. Does that sound like a good plan to you?
I like having an exit plan. These manacles could prove to be really, really useful. I want to make sure that we're doing all that we can to prevent this lich situation from happening.
We know very little. We just know, the only things that we do know is he needs the potion, which we already have.
Unless he makes another.
True, but obviously your book reading explained that it wasn't a very easy thing to come upon, and he had to get special components. So I'm sure it's not something he can whip together in one day. And even if it is, then let's take care of the other thing and get whatever we think is going to be his phylactery. If we don't know for sure, one of you guys or somebody can figure it out. It's better than doing nothing, and time is running short.
And how many people can teleport with your manacles?
Me and one other.
Oh, so not all of us.
No. That's why I'm saying the only way it's going to work if two of us go in to try to do this. Or we all go in together, you two go talk to him, and Falzern and I try to do what we can to steal whatever we can to keep him from becoming a...
Well, if you guys go into the keep, someone has to tell Geneva that we're not going to meet at the gate anymore.
That's at dusk.
I know, but you said you're going to try to take everything and you don't want to go anymore outside to the cliffs.
I'll look out the window. Go, I think we got to decide what we're going to do right now.
Let us go to Allamar's room in the keep and try to discuss things with him. Falzern and Shaft can sneak around while invisible. I am not at all jealous.
You think that we'll be allowed to into the keep just to talk with him?
We can try. If we cannot, we will meet Geneva and hopefully the others at the gate at dusk.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm nervous.
I start walking out, and as I'm walking by the desk, I grab the little stool and drag it back to where I got it. And say, I got stuff to do. I'll come back later.
I'll be here. I'll get one of my favorite books and I have it ready for you.
Oh, that'd be great. And then walk out the door.
Okay, you all kind of step out into a day that's seemed to have grown a little overcast since you woke up this morning, and little drops of rain have started to fall. So you'd like to go back to the keep.
Yeah, I think we'll get to where we have an hour of invisibility, right, Falzern? Yeah. So let's get up right before we get to the gate where anybody, guards or anybody, can see us, and that's what we'll...
And Mia and Shakar are not going to be invisible.
That's right.
Frickin' terrible plan. I am just... Elena is not on board with this. It's fine.
I would like to know more about this rain that's coming down. Would you say that it is a rain that might last for an infinite amount of time?
It looks like there are a few fairly dark clouds that are beginning to form above the city, and a light drizzle has started.
See, all you guys got to do is go in and talk to Allamar and ask if they've had time to discuss what they're going to do about the Kraken. Because last time you spoke to them, they were going to have a discussion about it and let you know. So you're back to find out. There's nothing suspicious about that at all.
Correct.
That makes sense. I'm with Mia. I'm not really all that optimistic about this plan, but let's see what we can find out. Maybe we'll overhear him say something. Maybe he'll be talking with Isabella and we can eavesdrop.
In the books that Mia was looking in, did it say how to know when the Omen Moon was?
It described what the moon itself actually looked like. It described it taking on a very pale and like a pale yellow hue.
Like a cheese.
Yeah, very kind of a little cheesy. That's right. A little look, it's like a cheesy moon. Oh yeah, that was the subtitle for the Omen Moon is
definitely
cheese moon, also known as.
And we noticed the moon looking that way.
No. I mean, like it didn't seem like it was like that last night while you were moving back to the Rising 3.
All I know is that when Mia looks up and storms are coming, she kind of gets excited. she can manipulate that lightning. Urgh.
The book said the ritual had to take place during an Omen Moon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's what he said in his journal, I think, or the book.
And the books we have read on the Omen Moon, did it look the way the moon looks now? Do we know this is the correct time?
Is the moon visible at this time of day?
No, the moon's not out. It's still daytime.
Last night it did not appear to be the time.
Well, hopefully we have more time than we think.
It is a 3-day cycle, so it could start tonight.
But his journal did say he would do it tonight.
He said it must be tonight, but I read that the Omen Moon is 3 days.
I thought that his journal had mentioned that this isn't the right time for the Omen Moon.
Oh, so that doesn't mean that the Omen Moon
No,
is
I
tomorrow
didn't
night.
get that impression. I wonder if maybe if Kralakina is the unforeseen complication that is basically pressing him to play his hand without waiting for the Omen Moon.
Why would that make a difference?
Don't know.
Well, he's not going to have the extra connection to the weave, or like the strongest connection.
All right. We ready?
Guess so. Ready as we'll ever be.
All right.
I guess.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Are you sure? You sure you want to cast that?
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it. You know, typically we don't, but this time I want to try something different. So that gives us plus 10 to our stealth checks.
Attaboy, Shaft.
And that can apply to us, correct?
If you're within 30 feet of me, yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I cast Invisibility, and Shaft and Falsey are gone.
And the four of you approach the entrance to the keep in that large surrounding wall that wraps around the perimeter of the keep itself. That big opening, there's no specific gate there, but you're able to walk through. The large portcullis is still raised. You do see some other people milling about and walking in and out along kind of the same path. Nowhere near kind of the lineup, as before the party, and there is nobody at the portcullis there to take any invitations like there was the previous night. And you enter the keep.
Oh, just like that. Okay.
I'll just whisper to Shakara and Mia. I go, just go see if we can get right to his place, and when we open the door, we'll slip in.
All right.
Okay, so we walk right to Allamar's room.
Sure, and you do pass other people in these halls. It's now obviously there's less of a focal point within the keep itself, right? Without this party going on, and it does seem like people are milling about throughout it. The invisible people could make some stealth checks for me. Why not?
27.
And Shakar and I just look like we know exactly where we're going and what we're doing.
28 for Falsey.
Falzer and Shaft are able to avoid running into any people walking past them in this hallway. Again, these halls are like 10 feet wide, so there's plenty of room to maneuver around them. And it's not like it's a crowded, packed hallway. But again, you get to that familiar T, and you head west, where the washrooms are. And down the hallway, no longer music echoing through, but there are what seems like the some type of lecture in kind of this lecture room that sits in the middle of this section of the keep that's flanked by some of the elders' studies. It does seem like there's something in progress.
I'm gonna stop and listen for a second.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try and hear what's being said.
And it sounds like it's actually Gundar talking about alchemy. And the doors to this lecture room, one of them stands open, and kind of peering in as you pass by, you do see many people in the seats that were in there, and clearly paying attention to whatever Gundar is speaking about.
Do we see any other elders?
Not in that little lecture hall, no.
Okay, we'll continue on to Allamar's room.
And you can absolutely make it to the large double door that would lead into his study.
I'll knock on the door.
You receive no answer.
Knock again.
Open it.
Allamar! It is Shakara and Mia.
After a few seconds pass, you still receive no answer.
Is the door unlocked?
As you try the knob, it does, and you can swing it open if you like.
I would like to just crack it open and say, "Hello, excuse us, Allamar."
And you still receive no answer.
Okay, let's open it up.
It opens into a study. It doesn't look like it looks no different than when you were here previously.
Leave it open long enough for Shaft and Falzern to go in, and Mia, it looks like he is not here. And I'll go to shut the door again.
Is the bookcase in its place?
The bookcase is, it's like closed over the secret entrance, yeah.
Falzern is not saying a peep right now.
I'll say quietly, okay, we'll go in and look around. Maybe even go down into the library if necessary. You guys walk around here and see if you can find him, and then we'll meet back here. Just make a big circle and we'll come back here. We're not going to be in there long.
We will meet you back here.
Is there like a fire burning in a hearth if there is one, or candles lit, anything like that? Anything that might...
You're going to go up the spiral staircase into his like
I just want
room?
to look around the room that we're in right now and see if there's any signs that someone has been here recently.
Again, in this room, there's a couple bookshelves. There's his desk. It looks very tidy. Like his desk is completely clean and devoid of any types of papers or anything as well.
Okay.
There's no cane just sitting on the desk?
No, there's no cane just sitting on the desk.
Let's see if he's upstairs. And then go up the spiral staircase.
Are you sure you don't want us to wait down here,
Yeah, why
Shaft?
don't you... I would feel much better if you waited down here.
We're outside the door.
You're out in the hall.
Already?
Yeah, we're not in the office. We just opened the door, let them in, and...
Oh, I went in.
Oh, I didn't go in the office.
I'll go. You don't want him to find you in here. That's why we're invisible.
Okay, but I don't want to go too far.
Why don't
What
you
if
just
need
wait at
us?
the door, and if someone comes up, say you're hoping to talk to Allamar.
Yeah, you're just here to talk to him.
Yeah, I want to wait. I want to... If you're in trouble, I want to be able to help.
Do not wait inside the office, though.
No, I'm going to be outside the door. That's fine. But I did originally go in.
So we'll go up the steps.
You can both make a stealth check.
While she's waiting at the door, I'm going to go walk around trying to find him.
Where would you like to walk, Shakara? So like all the way, like you mean like all the way down, like where the ballroom is, and like over to the library, and kind of make this circle, or just around the lecture room itself?
To the library, to the ballroom. Just like that'd be like what, a 10-minute walk?
Yeah, it wouldn't take you very long. There's a whole northern. So on either side of this large ballroom, right, on that same hallway where you found the door to the library on the east side, there's a hall that still leads north, and same with on the west side of the ballroom. So there's a whole complete northern section that none of you have explored or gone into yet.
I think I would just be where I'd already been and just do a quick loop to come back. Just give them a chance to look around real quick, and then that way there won't be two people standing outside his door waiting for him.
All right, so sorry, what were your stealth checks, gentlemen?
28.
21.
As you quietly get up this spiral staircase to Allamar's living quarters, you see that his bed is made, and on the small dining table up here, there does look like there are some dirty dishes there from breakfast, but no sign of Allamar up here.
Well, there's only one other place to look in here. Let's go back down and check out the library.
I'm really a bit weary of doing that, Shaft. What if he's in there and he's waiting for whoever went in there originally to come back, and he's got a plan to attack the person who ransacked his library?
If you're not comfortable, I'll go down myself.
I think it's dangerous.
Tell you what, you open the thing, I'll go down, and then when I come back, I'll give you a knock, and you can let me back out. That way, if he comes in, it won't look like anything's happening.
Well, what if he comes in?
If he's down there, he won't see me.
What if he hears the bookcase sliding?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what happens.
Okay.
He won't see you, and he won't see me.
But then we're trapped. I mean, I guess if he comes back to his room, he's got to pass Mia and Shakara.
No, I'm just saying, let's open the bookcase. You stay up here. I'll go down, check it out real fast, and get the hell back out. And if he comes in the room, you go ahead and shut the bookcase once I go down. And if he comes in the room, then he doesn't know anything's going on, and I'll just stay down there.
But you may be trapped down there if he doesn't leave.
I might. So I can't hand you anything because you don't know what the hell we're invisible. It's all right. It's going to be all right.
Here,
Let's
put
do
these
it.
shackles on.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was going to do.
Well, you also haven't attuned to them yet, so.
That's right. Okay, we'll go over. I'm going to go over and press the thing and let the door open, and then go to the top of the stairs. Did I hear anything?
You can make a perception check.
20.
You don't seem to hear anything.
Okay, I go down.
So, Shakara, as you are kind of making your rounds around the keep here, kind of make it down to where the ballroom was, and looking into it, it is empty. It seems like all the tables that were in there have been disassembled and put away, so it is now just this huge, large, open room Again, those familiar tapestries with elvish scripts way at the back. And continuing past it down to the library, I assume you may want to peek into there as well, obviously, right?
Yes.
And there are some other figures in here perusing the shelves themselves. And you actually do see that Sybil is in here. She's seated in one of the comfy chairs in front of the magically lit fireplace, reading a book herself. But it doesn't seem like Allamar is not in.
I'll walk in. Elder Sybil, have you seen Allamar?
Oh, no, not since breakfast.
We had more information on the Kraken we wanted to share. Have you spoken with Elder Geneva?
No, she left shortly after we all ate together, and then I haven't seen her since.
Okay. I believe she wanted to speak with you.
Oh, do you know about what?
There's things in motion that mayhaps at best it comes from her. She was in the main knowledge center last I saw her.
Well, thanks. When I finish up here, I'll be sure to look for her.
All right, thank you. I'll leave.
You want to just kind of head back to Allamar's study then?
Yes.
Okay. Shaft, you continue down. So Falzern, you're closing the shelf behind him.
Very reluctantly, yes.
So how far in are you going here, Shaft?
I'm going to go all the way up until where the bad thing happened last time. And do I recall from last time what seemed to trigger the, what was it, acid spray or something? I can't recall what it was. I'm going to look and see if against the walls, or do I see any holes or ports where the acid seemed to have come from before.
You can make an investigation check, please.
Do I have advantage since I have seen this happen before?
You do not.
Oh, that's okay. What'd you say, investigation? That's a 20.
You luckily stopped short in front of this very small little arcane symbol on the floor, about just over 10 feet in front of you. And it kind of slowly pulses a little bit with power.
Okay. Is the double doors open beyond that would go into the main room where the zombies were?
They are open from where you are.
By looking from where I am, can I see, does everything look sort of the way it was when we left it, like the dogs are all still there?
You do see a few, from your vantage point, a few of the dead blink dogs, yes.
Okay. I am going to... Shit.
Gotta clean that up.
Damn it. I'm going to take an arrow and I'm going to shoot it into one of the dogs from where I am. Just try to put it into one of those blink dogs, sending it down through the passageway. I'm going to step back a little bit away from the symbol.
And you put an arrow into the dog.
Nothing happens. Shit, this is stupid. I'm gonna go against the wall, duck down as far as I can, and bolt for the door. The double doors. I don't think there's anything else. Before I do that, let me double check here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do to pass this. I mean, I can try to disarm the trap if I can figure out how to do it.
You can attempt to, but it looks like it's a glowing magical rune.
Damn it. So before I do anything, I'm gonna listen really carefully to see if I hear any movement or anything down in that room.
It seems very, very quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up.
Not gonna try to bolt through?
No, not with that pulsing thing there, and really nothing I can do to set it off that I'm aware of. Maybe I'll do one more thing. I'll take something like I'll take my rope, and I'm gonna step back about 15 feet, and I'm gonna throw the rope in so it lands somewhere near the glowing symbol.
And you get it fairly close, but it doesn't seem to activate it.
All right, I'll pull the rope back, and I'll go back up. I'm gonna go back up, knock on the back of the shelf.
Okay, so I hear the knock from Shaft and I depress the button to open up the bookshelf.
And it slides open with a soft, gravelly groan.
Okay, I walk out and I go, the trap's still set down there, but I didn't hear anything, and the dogs are still there dead. I can only assume he's not down there.
Okay, well, let's get out of here before he shows up and we get into a bad situation.
Shut the bookcase back up, and then go out the door.
You, of course, open the doors to find Mia still standing out there as Shakara rounds a corner after making her quick little trip.
As soon as they're close, we'll walk up and sort of gently touch them on the shoulder.
Whoa!
Hey, shh.
Oh, you scared me.
We didn't see him in there either. Did you guys find him?
You checked everywhere?
I checked almost everywhere. I couldn't get back into the library because, you remember last time? There's a trap. But I didn't hear anything. I went all the way down to the turn. Everything looks like the way we left it.
Shakara, did you see anything?
I did not see Allamar, but I did see Sybil, and Geneva has not yet spoken to her.
So who's the other guy that we think is not very trustworthy?
Keek.
Let's go check his place out. How much time do we got left, Falzarin? Say 55 minutes.
Yeah. I estimate we have about 59 minutes left. And I'm a wizard, I know these things.
Ah, yes.
We should have a little bit of time anyway. Let's go, and that's a good idea. Let's see what's going on in Keek's study.
Leland, when Shakara tells me that Geneva hasn't gotten in touch with Sybil, would that seem odd to me? Like, has it been a long time? A couple hours?
Yeah, I would say it's probably been close to a couple hours now, especially the time the two of you spent kind of, again, perusing some books, and the conversation the four of you had once reunited, etc., getting to hear, yeah. And you also did not see Geneva in the library when the four of you left either, so.
Right, and dusk is a few hours from now.
Yeah, you probably got 4-ish hours until the sun starts to set.
Okay, so there's still time, so I won't...
I am concerned.
I am too, but I mean, there's still time. What if Geneva isn't on our side?
Or worse, what if Allamar is holding her captive?
What if Allamar was disguised as Geneva and we just told him everything?
I know something you all do not.
What?
Geneva herself was in a pact to a higher power. Allamar broke the pact.
What?
Geneva may be more loyal to him than we thought.
Oh my...
How did
Shakara!
you find this out? How do you know this?
She told me.
Oh, my hands on my face. Mia is losing it.
Who was she in a pact with? Who was she serving?
Father Lemick.
Does Falter know who Father Lemick is?
Yeah, anybody, you can all do a history check, please.
4.
17 for Falsey.
10.
No, none of you recall that name.
Shakara, now we can't use that part of the plan at all. I don't feel like I could trust them.
I did think that I could trust Geneva, but the fact that she has not talked to the others is concerning.
I've always thought that she was trustworthy as well. I mean, Allamar has been so open with his distaste for me, but she's always been quite kind to me. I don't know.
Well, let's see if we can find out anything in Keck's room and get out of here before these spells end. Then we can decide what we're going to do.
Yes, let's go investigate Keek's study and go from there. We've got some time left of this invisibility that we should make use of.
So you two go to his room, knock on the door, and ask if Allamar's here, and we'll sneak in.
Okay, we go to his room and knock on his door.
You do not get an answer.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Elder Keek, are you here?
I crack the door open, not going in.
Again, your call is unanswered.
Open the door a little farther.
Let him in.
Okay. So Shaft and I will creep in through the crack door.
And look around, then the desk, and just do the quick search, is there anything in this room that is damning evidence?
Very similar to these other studies that you have been in. It's just a desk with a few chairs in front of it and some bookshelves, but again, nothing immediately damning, as you put it.
Is there any places on the floor similar that might open a bookcase?
You can both absolutely make an investigation to look for something.
Well, shoot.
Oh, nat 20.
I was going to say, I'm not going very fast. I got a 4.
I think. Oh, so that's a 26.
Neither of you detect any type of trigger mechanism or anything like that. Nothing similar to what Allamar's room contains.
Where in orientation would his study be in this kind of upside down horseshoe shaped?
Horse shape.
He's on the right hoof.
Do I use my wand of secrets just to be sure that he's not hiding anything?
You can roll it actually to see what that recharged.
Oh, right. Yeah, we've never done that before. How does that work?
You've never used it before. So.
Oh my gosh.
Just roll a d6, and then half of the total is the number of charges you regain at dawn.
So I got 2 recharges.
So Falzarin and Shaft, you have both been in Keek's study before. It was actually the first one that the two of you had snuck into during the party. So you've now you've searched this entire room twice over now, basically. So both of you are pretty satisfied, I think, that there's no any other types of hidden passageways or anything like that in the study.
I think this is clean. We're running out of time. Let's get out of the keep.
Yeah, I guess. All right. He's got to be around here somewhere. Let's go with Shakara and Mia and keep looking.
Is Gundar still lecturing?
Yeah, it is still going on, absolutely.
So there is one other option, but as soon as I use this option, I'm going to become visible. If we have something that is Allamar's, which we do, I can locate him if he's anywhere in the keep here.
You could not scry on him.
Didn't we try that before? It didn't work.
No, this is a spell you may be familiar with called Locate Object.
Ah, I see.
But if you could not scry on him, would not the same protections apply?
I don't know. I don't know if has some resistances or the stone just doesn't work anymore.
How about this, Shaft? We've still got some time of invisibility left to make use of. Why don't we continue to explore around a bit more, and after that expires, we can go to plan B, which is to try and locate him by your means.
Well, the only other person I have any suspicions of that would be to go see what's in Isabella's room.
I was just thinking the same. Yeah, why don't we head down to Isabella's study and see if there's anyone there?
Okay, we'll head down to
So
Isabella's.
that's south, right?
Yes, that is actually kind of immediately south from where Keeks is. Literally, you kind of step into the larger 20-foot hallway where all these 4 guest rooms are. And the majority of you do know which room is Isabella's. There are no longer the 2 fully covered bodyguards outside of her room. This hallway seems to be devoid of them, at least. Still, again, a few people passing through and kind of thing.
Her bodyguards are not here. Most like she is not either.
No, let's have a quick look around and then get out of here.
Knock on the door. Isabella.
Again, no answer to your calls.
Crack open the door, stick my head in. Isabella.
And it is empty. It is an empty room.
Get out of the way. Shut the door.
Go in, investigation check. 14.
Falzarin does not see much at all. Natural 1.
The 2 of you have also looked through this room before. So again, this is a kind of a second pass through. It doesn't appear that there's anything new in this room that you did not discover or see or be able to search through the first time you were in here.
All right, head out of here.
Yeah, let's get going. I think he has to. There's somewhere else that all of these people must be, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on, where they all could be.
Yeah, something's happening. Well, let's get out of the keep before the spell ends.
Okay.
You won't get in trouble for just being in the keep.
No, but we will if somebody sees us pop suddenly into existence.
How much time do you think we have left, Leland?
Very little. Minutes.
Go back to the washroom, you guys.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Let's go back and I can dismiss this spell, Shaft, and maybe it's worth. I don't know, if we run into Allamar, it could be bad, but I don't know what else to do.
Like I said, he really has no reason to suspect us yet.
Well, he's a smart man. I bet he does have some suspicions. Especially if he's working with Isabella and knows that I'm here and not showing my face.
Go become visible and come back. Come on.
All right, let's go. So we head to the washroom.
Go to our favorite stall.
Here you go. It's empty, unoccupied, just for you two.
Well, I'll go to my own stall. He can go to his own stall. We don't both need to be coming out of the same stall.
That works. All right, so I wave my hands, say a couple words, and dismiss the invisibility.
All right, yeah, let's head back. Those guys will see us, and we'll walk out.
While they're changing, I want to say to Shakara, should we wait for the end of Gundar's lecture to talk to him?
I do not know. And just because Geneva had once been in a pact does not mean we cannot trust her now.
No, it's not the fact she was in a pact. It's the fact that Allamar broke the pact. Like you said, she might be loyal to him, and if she didn't tell Gundar either, then...
Well...
we're screwed.
Gundar has been lecturing. Maybe she was waiting for him to be finished.
Do you see her around here waiting?
No, she may know the times that the lecture was planned. She may have been loyal to Allamar, but that does not mean she's willing to stand by and allow him to perform this ritual, to become a lich.
It's true, more than ever, we have reason to doubt her. That's all.
Agreed, it is suspicious.
Alright, let's go find the boys.
Hey!
Oh!
Howdy.
Good to see you, Shaft.
Fancy meeting you here.
So, what next? It looks like we have about 3 or 4 hours before dusk. What's the plan?
Should we speak to Gundar? Should we tell him Geneva needs to speak with him, as I did with Sybil?
Well, I don't know how long this lecture is going to last. Do we risk wandering around the rest of the keep, continuing to look for Allamar? And the trouble with that is that he may see myself, and he may be suspicious of me.
Why? Why would he be suspicious of you?
Well, if he's in league with Isabella, and Isabella has told him about what I've been up to, and yeah, he may know a lot more than he's letting on about me. He may know that I'm here. Isabella knows that I'm here.
He would be suspicious if Geneva talked to him.
That's true.
Maybe we should go check out behind the keep here, or wherever that they said the ritual might take place, and just see if that's even something that might happen. Maybe they're there.
That's not a bad idea. I'm happy to go do that. We've got some time.
Okay, let's go check out the place then.
You guys, are we worried at all that if, like we said, we're trying to trust Geneva, but we said we wanted to meet her on the Rising 3. Are we worried at all about the elixir? Grimby, the Rising 3.
We did not tell her that we had the elixir, did we?
No, we didn't, but I'm just nervous that if Allamar knows someone stole it, suspects us because of what we've told Geneva, because we had the journal, and then Geneva told him, then he might go to the boat. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh dear.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to get on a boat and get out of here? Because I'm all for it.
We cannot. Just leave.
Okay, let's go check out the ritual site, but I think we might need to check on Grimby after.
Can you not send him a message? Like you did with Geneva.
I can.
If he's being held hostage with his life on the line, he may respond to you as he's instructed to by whoever's...
No one can hear him respond. Just me.
Okay.
Send him a message then.
I'm happy with that plan.
25 words, right?
Yeah. What all do we want to say? Are you okay? Like, literally, that's all I need to say.
We are concerned for your welfare.
No, I don't want to concern Grimby, because Grimby, I know Grimby, he's a good guy, but he might take your concerns as a reason to leave.
You think Grimby would leave without us?
I think if it was his head on a plate, yes, as I would.
Then mayhaps we tell him to not let anyone on board but us.
That's the way we left it. He put the lid on, remember? We just gotta let him know to get the ship ready and to somehow let us know if he has to leave port. And then where to meet him. Like, if you have to leave, meet us here.
I don't know where here is.
Yes, where would we meet him?
I know. That's the question. We don't want to tell Grimby he's worried about. We're worried that somebody's going to come and try to kill him. It's a bad plan, because he'll just leave. Right?
I was literally just going to... I mean, it's annoying to waste this 3rd level spell slot, but I was just going to say, are you okay?
I mean, your concern is that Geneva went and told Allamar that we...
Geneva knows we went into the secret library, found the secret library.
Right.
Allamar knows his potion's missing. We wanted her to meet us at the boat, so obviously we've stayed at the boat. So if there's going to be anywhere where the potion is, that's...
So the safest thing for Grimby to do is take this sub out and go into the water.
Yeah.
Hide.
But there's other subs out there.
That's true.
Yeah, but it keeps people from getting to the sub.
Tell him we don't know who to trust and he should hide.
We don't know who to trust. You should hide.
How many 3rd level spells can you cast in a day?
Not a lot.
Because we're going to need the other one to let him know to come and get us.
Literally, this would be taking my 2nd 3rd level spell slot out of 3 because I used sending when I woke up in the morning.
The other option is we go talk to Grimby now. We have a few hours. It takes about an hour to get down there, an hour to get back, check out the place, and go if you don't want to waste your spell.
It's up to you guys.
Or we could
like,
split
honestly,
again. 2 could go check on Chum, and 2 could go check out the cliff.
I'm not a huge fan of that plan.
But yeah, there's a chance that somebody is at the cliff, if that's the
Yeah.
place.
Or someone's at
Somebody
the boat.
put on the shackles.
I was just going to say,
Let's sit here for an hour
If
so
you-
Chef can attune.
if you guys want, I'll go down, talk to Grimby, tune to the shackles, and then meet you guys at dusk. You guys go check the place out and meet me at dusk, and we'll see, before we meet with Geneva, what's going
What
to
if
happen.
you find Allamar and Geneva and a bunch of other bad guys on the Rising 3?
Or we find them at the cliff.
Well, then I'll run.
Yeah, either way, we're going to end up using a sending spell potentially, so I might as well just send right now.
Don't know if we should have our cleric burn all of our 3rd level spell slots.
I don't like the idea of us splitting up.
I don't like that either. Let's just stay right where we are and hope it all works out.
All right, let's just go with our original plan.
I mean, we told Grimby not to trust anybody, not to let anybody on the boat.
That's right. We're making a lot of great leaps of what could happen.
Okay.
This is awful. This is so awful.
All right, sounds to me like let's just go to the
Chum
place.
is a sensible man. I am sure he is well protected.
Yeah, that boat is quite a thing. I think if he locks himself inside it, he should be relatively safe.
So we shall check out the cliff.
Okay.
Mia looks up at the sky. Is it still looking like it's going to storm?
You guys have kind of moved out of this keep as you're conversing, and you've walked into a full-on storm now. It is pelting down rain, even in just the short time you were inside.
Yeah. So Mia is very happy she has her 3rd level spell slots to call lightning. Because that is 4d10 she can max out.
I do not care for the rain.
Oh, it's glorious, isn't it? I just like...
I've been wet all day. Let's go.
It dampens my fire.
Oh, right. Alright, so Falzarin, lead the way.
And that's our show. Be sure to follow us on social media at Incorrigible Par on Twitter, Incorrigible Party on Instagram and Facebook. You can visit incorrigibleparty.com for additional world and NPC information. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. For your design needs, visit criticalhitdesign.com. All ambient sounds and music during the episode are courtesy of tabletopaudio.com, and our outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. You can contact him for your own musical inquiries via email at jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. Happy adventuring!